What's good, boys? It's Low here, and I want to talk a little bit about if you're thinking about becoming a truck driver. Alright, we got to hit the road because I ain't gonna lie, I got 146 miles, and we about to hit hella traffic. 2.5 hours. I gotta speed through. I gotta treat this shit like it's a damn freedom factory. Look at this motherfucker cutting me off and shit. A typical Tesla driver, bro. This is what they do. Look at that. Yeah. Just think about that. That's what that bitch is 7th gear. That's off karma right there. Fuck it. Damn, somebody took out that sign, bro. Fucking Swift coming through here. So you're thinking about becoming a CDL truck driver in 2026. I ain't gonna lie, it's a tricky spot right now. It's a tricky spot for everybody right now. Just because the job market, the economy sucks ass, and the job market is just so terrible. I've heard that just regular jobs, to get a regular job in general is like the hardest task right now. Like I got a homeboy who's trying to apply to like Walmart, Target, or whatever, and nobody's hiring right now. And bro got a bachelor's degree in like computer shit.
Wait, no wait.
If you got a bachelor's degree in computers and shit, and you can't even get a regular ass job, I ain't gonna lie, bro, we kind of cooked. Economy wise, it's probably not the best time right now, but there's always going to be a need for a driver. I guarantee you that. There's a shortage on drivers, and they're always going to be like, oh, just a shortage in drivers, you whatever. And it's going to seem like they're not hiring because it's a very, like, you got to know somebody to get in type of situation. Like, especially if you want a good, like, local company, then you got to for sure know somebody to get in, bro. And I can't really speak for, why is that 17 sign floating? They have like programs where if you are 21 years old, you can go to like Schneider, Swift, Knight, you know, places like that, like the big names in trucking, and they'll pay for your CDL. You obviously have to work for them for like a year or so. You have like a contract or whatever. So, and if you don't finish out that contract, you're gonna have to pay them out for whatever the training is, and they're gonna pay for all your training, your stay, your meals, and all that shit. So it's not a terrible deal, but they do end up fucking you afterwards because you're gonna basically owe so much money, and you're gonna be over the road all the time. Luckily for me, that's not the route that I went through, but I have heard of a lot of people going that route, and you know, it's honest work, bro. They do their time, they get their 1 or 2 year experience in, and then by the time that contract's over, they can go wherever the fuck they want. And especially if you keep your record clean, that's the number one thing, bro. If you are going to get into this shit, keep your record clean and maintain jobs for a long time. I can't tell you how many jobs.
Bruh.
Yeah, don't do what I just did right there. Because that's a big no-no in the truck world. I can't tell you how many times I've been denied jobs because they're like, oh, you've had one too many jobs. And like, I'm sorry for being honest and telling you what kind of jobs I've had, but it's kind of in correlation to my experience, especially at the beginning stage of trucking, because you're gonna just want to get any job that you can, because not only are entry-level trucking jobs terrible at pay, but they're also like, you kind of have to just get your foot in the door and you got to get the experience that you got to get. But at the same time, you can't let these people run all over you because they're gonna make you do the craziest shit ever. Like, I worked for a trucking company, run you illegally. Like, we were doing 20, 24, 26-hour days, and it was teams, and it's quote-unquote home daily. It's not really, it's like home every other day, but you're not able to achieve that unless both of y'all are working off the clock. And they would tell you, like, you know, one person is on the clock driving on duty, and the other person is in sleeper berth, but really he's working. And then y'all flip. When you're at your 14, you flip. And then one person's sleeper berth, the other person's driving, and then y'all thug it like that until y'all are home. Dead ass 24, 26-hour days and shitty ass pay. Like, I was making the same amount of money working at Walmart busting tires down as I was doing this shitty ass job. Fuck that place. Fucking food delivery service shit. So just know that there's gonna be companies out there that are gonna treat you like shit, and they're gonna run all over you just because you're new and you ain't got that experience. So just be aware of that, bro. I just wanted to let you know. Like, make sure when you're experienced and you have no accidents on your record, you can go a lot more places, and you can start thinking about what you want to do next. So I never really did flatbed, but I've heard a lot about flatbed shit. You know, you can do like low boys, just regular freight and shit. I don't know how much home daily freight there is with flatbed. I've really only heard of it with like over the road shit. You can do reefer freight, so a lot of like, you know, Food Line, which is a very hard place to get into, believe it or not. Food Line, Harris Teeter, like gourmet foods, dry van shit. So you can do like mail delivery service. So USPS, I believe, has some CDL trucks depending on where you're at. I know there's this other place called Six Roads. They're also U.S. mail shit, and it's a pretty small company, but they're pretty popular, and they run the major highways only. Only thing is that typically it's only like part time, and they're gonna run the shit out of you. Stuff for your ass about to be coming through this bitch with it. You can start thinking about getting your endorsements and shit. So as long as you got a clean record and shit, bitch, go, godly, why ain't you turning? Fucking A, bro. Fucking Susan.
Oh my god.
Nah, brake checking. You've seen that. That's in 4K, bro. Ain't gonna lie. These drivers are terrible. It's like real life simulator right here, bro. When you get your endorsements, that's when you really start making the money, bro. That's the real money. And a lot of companies will pay for it too. And your toy card too. If you can get your toy card, that'll help your chances at getting a lot of different jobs, because you know you can do LTL freight, which is what I've done. You can do tanker shit, which that's the money maker right there. You talking about getting that money, boy? Sheets, oof. They be paying a good fucking like $40 an hour down there. I think starting out at like 36 or 38 or something like that. But I've heard of drivers making $40 an hour working at Sheets. That's the route that you should be thinking about going long-term wise. That's the best, because if you get into LTO, they have a lot of big companies, and they have a lot of different benefits when it comes to big companies. Like, you know, you got your 401k with the match and all that stuff. They got the good medical benefits. They got hella bonuses. They got time off. Yo, to the no. What you mean? It's not even a headlight offense? I've never seen that before in the daytime. Once you start thinking about getting into those mega companies, it does suck, because a lot of these mega companies, they have a shit ton of rules. You have to follow a shit ton of rules. You have to kiss a lot of ass. You'll probably have to know somebody too to get into these companies. I got pretty lucky when it came to get in with where I got in, but you'll have to for sure know somebody to get into some of these better paying companies, because there's some LTL companies that just do like flat hourly pay, and then some that do overtime after 50, some that do 45, some that do time after 8. Just make sure that it's a good company, because just because they're paying you good doesn't mean that it's gonna be a good company. They're probably still gonna shit you somehow, some way, or they're just gonna be really strict. And tanker companies too. Like there's a lot of huge ones like Eagle, Whack-A-Mole, Sheets, obviously. I don't know what else. What else they might have. Can I go this way? Oh, dude, I think I might have fucked myself. Oh yeah, I definitely did fuck myself. Fuck me. See, this is real LTL shit right here. Real LTL shit. What's up, bro? You good? I'm not even gonna be able to bend it all the way either, bro. I can use that. What's honking at me? Somebody trying to pull in this motherfucker? Oh, okay, it's not bad. Oh, alright. What the fuck is honking at me? Bitch. I don't know who that is, bro. See my mirror. Okay. This is a Dollar General ass dock if I don't see one, bro. I'm gonna hit the fucking car rails. I'm gonna have to start turning this bitch soon. Oh yeah, for For sure gonna be using some grass. For sure gonna be using some grass. Ooh. Let's see if I can get this without pull up. It's gonna be him if I can do that. Nah, I'm gonna need a pull up for sure. Oh, there's a tree. Oh yeah, for sure gonna need a pull up. I'm not gonna be perfect, but I might get up in there. Hey, I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count that because it's not no dock. So technically, let's stall this bitch because I don't have a button. I'm gonna count that because technically there was no dock, so I don't have to bump nothing. A forklift's gonna come out there and unload me, or it's gonna be that little ramp shit because you know how they be doing with the Dollar General accounts. More of the stories. If you think about trucking in 2026, just make sure that you keep your record clean. Make sure you stay at very, very few jobs. Do your time. Get your 1 or 2 year experience. Get all your endorsements. Everything. TWIC, hazmat, tankers, all that shit. Even though you don't need it, most jobs will require. Get your TWIC card. If you want to run fuel, it's going to be beneficial no matter what. Most companies will pay for it anyway. So just make sure you have all that. Make sure you tie all your ends. Make sure you keep your record clean. Not only your criminal record, also, but your accident report. Make sure you don't get no moving violations and shit. And you will be basically set up for success. So I hope you learned something from there. If you got any questions, just hit me in the comments, and I'm gonna get to everything as quick as I can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.